Hello guys, I've got a bunch of goodies here to show you. I have ordered a bunch of like calcium and vitamin D things, and then my protein shakes I found out are kind of fattening, so I ordered some different things to try. I haven't tried them yet. I'll probably talk about that on my next update video. But I did want to show you them and talk about where you can get them from and the prices and things. But first I'll start with the calcium stuff that I bought. Now ShrinkingSusieQ had done a video on her calcium, and I was really interested in a couple of things that she had, so I figured I would go ahead and purchase them and try them out and talk about them on here as well. First is the caramel tree bites. They're 250 milligrams a piece, and of course you need 15 to 2,000 milligrams a day of calcium for women. I don't know about for men. And they come in these little packages like this, and you know, you basically need 6 of them a day if this is all you're using to get your calcium in. They're pretty good. I didn't think they were the best, but they're okay. If you have a sweet tooth, these are good things to go to. The only thing I didn't like is they do have 20 calories per one. Let's see, no fat grams, 5 carbs, no sugars, but sugar alcohols 4 grams. And like I said, 250 milligrams of calcium. So that's pretty much what's in that. And when it comes to the sugar alcohols, this is what you have to watch out for. Sugar alcohol, let's see, you don't want to do no more than 2 to 6 grams at one time of sugar alcohols, because they can cause, depending, the tolerance to them varies. So some people could have them and be just fine, and other people it may cause like a dumping syndrome type thing. And I'll show you on here some of the names that sugar alcohols go by. Turn this around here. My desk is covered in stuff, but here's some of the different names of what they go by, so you know what to look for. So, just to let you know on that, so it's probably not something that I'll get again, but don't let that stop you. Everybody's tastes are different, their likes are different, so I say it's worth a shot. Go for it, order it, try it out. I got those from, let me double check here. Like I said, I ordered a bunch of stuff because I was running out of my vitamin D stuff and I needed to try some new stuff. I got those from Bariatric Advantage online. I'll try to put the links up so you guys, if you're interested to go look around, you can check it out, but most of you probably know where those websites are at. Then, now these I'm addicted to. And, of course, they're a little more fattening. Oh, by the way, the calcium chew things, they come in all different flavors, not just caramel. So, I say try it out. Why not? And those cost, with shipping, it was almost $19. But the calcium chews, I think themselves are like $11, $12, $13. But then you got the shipping. Okay, now, these I'm addicted to. They're creamy bites and in lemon, and they taste like lemon squares, basically. They're awesome. These I will be buying again. And both of the things that I got are, let's see, no, the calcium chews are a 60 count, and these are a 30 count. And these are 50 milligrams, or 500 milligrams a piece. So it'd take 3 of these alone a day to cover your calcium, at least. I never go over 1,500 in my supplements, because sometimes the protein powders have calcium in them as well, or the foods you eat through the day might have calcium in them as well. So that way you have that, you know, that little marker to go in between with that. The Creamy Bites for one piece has 40 calories, 1 gram of fat, 400 milligrams of sodium, 8 carbs, which is kind of high, and of course no protein. But they're really, really, really good. I mean, yeah, like I'm so addicted to these. I'm going to try to make it to where I only have one a day, so I don't get in too much fat, and then I'll stick with my other calcium that I have. But they're in these little tiny packets like this. And let's see if I can do this with one hand, since I'm holding up my camera. Most likely not. I'd like to show you what they look like out of the packaging, but the packaging is darn near impossible to get into. So, yeah, I don't think it's going to happen with one hand. But you can see on the box what they look like, and yeah. If you go to ShrinkingSusieQs page, she has, like I said, she did a thing on these two, and she did show them. So, these I do recommend. I will be buying these again. They are wonderful if you have a sweet tooth. And I got those from Celebrate Vitamins, I think that's what that's called. Yeah, and with shipping, they were $21. Alone, without the shipping, they're $13. And like I said, that's the 30 count, and they're 500 milligrams piece. With that, Celebrate Vitamins did send me this wonderful pack of protein powder. It's called ENS Plus Protein. I tried it out yesterday, and it's in vanilla cake batter flavor. Oh my gosh, was it awesome. Like, it tasted wonderful. And it has a bariatric level multivitamin in them. 500 milligrams of calcium citrate, the kind of calcium that you need, and 25 grams of whey isolate protein, which is the highest grade of protein. So, I mean, it comes with so much in it, and it tastes wonderful. I looked it up online last night, because you can go in and see the nutritional value, and I don't think it was that bad. However, I think it does have some sugar, so you might want to watch that. And now I think about it, the Creamy Bites, the lemon, does have 5 grams of sugar in them for one. So, and like I've said before, every surgeon is different. My surgeon doesn't want me to go over 7 grams of sugar in one setting. So one of those is it. But anyways, back to the protein powder that I was talking about. It takes 2 packets to make 1 serving. You mix it with milk, water, whatever. And like I said, I tried it last night, and it smells and tastes just like vanilla cake mix. No joke. So I probably will be getting some of that. And let's see here. I think that's all the information I had on that. Those come in a packet of 7, and I think for the packet of 7 it's like $17. So you can go to celebratevitamins.com and check it out. I highly recommend it. Especially, I mean, it is very sweet, so you might want to watch that. It's not something that I could have every day because it'd just be too sweet. But it's good for a switch up. Also, I went to, if I can find the paper on that, on Unjury.com, and ordered the different packets of their protein mix. And I got the vanilla. One of the other girls on here had recommended this one, the chocolate Splendor. I'm going to try that out too. I usually don't like the chocolate protein mixes. They don't never taste right, but she said it tastes just like chocolate milk, so I'm going to try it out. And then I got unflavored, because you can put that in anything. And I'm really curious to try this out on like some soup or something and see what it tastes like. But these are only $1.80 a piece. So if you're looking for different protein mixes and you don't know, what you want yet, this is a good way to test them out, and it's cheap. I think with shipping, it was like total $9, so you can't beat that. Trying to see what else I haven't talked about. Oh, I've showed this before on here, but I want to show it again. Get my mess here. This is the main calcium that I do right here. Let's see if you can see that. And it doesn't have no calories. It does have 1 carb for 3 tablets, and 3 tablets is all you need in a day. That gives you your 1,500. 1 gram of sugar. So, and these, you can get them at Bariatric Advantage online. And I'm not sure how much they are on there with shipping, because I got mine at my doctor's or my surgeon's office. And these are mint. I've had cinnamon also. I know somebody had the chocolate and they liked it. There's also cherry. There's all kinds of different flavors. This costs $30 at the surgeon's office, but it's a 90-day supply. So really, for the money, it's worth it. They're lozenges. I'm going to stick to these more than anything, but like I said, the creamy bites, I'm going to get those again too and kind of switch it up. I highly recommend these because there's really no fat or nothing that you shouldn't have in them. What do you want, Mark?
Hi.
There's my son with his crazy mohawk. That's not styled right now, so he really looks funny. But anyways, something I did want to show. These are the mixes that I use for my protein, with my protein powder every day. This is the only thing I could find that I really liked, and I pretty much stick to this one. You can get them at Walmart. It is sugar-free. It's like a cappuccino double mocha, and it has, for 2 spoonfuls, and that's you basically mix 2 spoonfuls in with your protein powder or whatever. It's 50 calories, 2 grams of fat, 105 milligrams of sodium. It does have 8 carbs, and 0 protein. So really, it's not that fattening. It tastes wonderful. It smells wonderful. I don't know what I'd do without this stuff. Depending on your tolerance to sugar, unfortunately, I'm one of the ones that sugar doesn't affect me too much unless it's a high amount. Then my stomach starts feeling real bad. But they also have the French vanilla, and it is a little more fattening. 3 spoonfuls is a serving size, and it's 120 calories, 4.5 grams of fat. Sodium's the same. It has 19 carbs, and 2 grams of protein and 15 grams of sugar, so that's where you have to watch. I only use 1 spoonful of this at a time if I choose to do this. They have a bunch of other flavors, like I said, at Walmart, but you have to watch that sugar if you can't handle the sugars. I think that's it. And I will let you guys know what I think about those protein powders when I try them out on my next update, which should be on Monday. So if you have any questions, comments, feel free. Thanks.